Okay, I'm going to try to make this a short video. So this is going to be a junkyard crawl. I am here at Doug's Four Wheelers in near Pella, Iowa. So we're going to walk around and we're going to look at some of these rigs here. And we're actually looking for some GMC parts. So here we go. Well, let's start right there. That's an International KB5. Almost just like what was in front of on that tanker. On a fuel tank we've got. But there's lots of stuff here. There's an old John Deere tractor. There's an old Dodge. That's an old Ford. Oh, look over there. That old Ford's pretty cool. We are on the look for some stuff. So I'm looking for some GMC stuff. I think that there is some here, but we're going to have to find it. And it looks like he's also got some builder vehicles. He's kind of got them parked out on the road out there. This is right up our alley. This is the kind of stuff we like, the older stuff. Ooh, look at that old International. Don't you just love that front grille? You know, back in the day, those were so ugly, but now they're just cool. Speaking of International, there's another International right there. Looks like a 3/4 ton truck. Lots of truck stuff through here. There was somebody's RV at one time. Old school bus. Oh, here we go. This is what we're looking for. GMC. Look right there. Let's look and see if it's in there. Well, I'm not for sure, but I'm sure it's in here. This thing looks pretty complete. I don't know if I could see. Oh yeah, it's there. The engine's right there. I'm not for sure which V6 it is, but I would say at least maybe a 401, being something this big. This is the kind of stuff we're looking for. Alright, let's move on because I think there's more of this stuff here. Look at this old rig. I think that was for moving grain at one time. I may ask him about that visor. That's more like a visor like I've been looking for. If I can get it off of there. But I'll have to ask him about it before I do anything. He told me that I need to talk to him. Oh, looky here. There's something you don't see all the time. Let me go over on this side of it. So that is a Ford unibody. Bed and cab and everything's all one piece. Bed's not separate. And that's a long bed unibody. Interesting. Okay, let's go on. Now look back here. You know, after the old Chevys and GMCs, this is probably one of my other favorite old trucks, is these old Studebakers. I love these things. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay, here's some more cool old trucks. There's a whole line of vans. Look at all the vans. Vans, 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 vans everywhere. Look at these old trucks. Let me make my way over here. I found one that was really cool. Look at that. What do you think about that there, Mark Hanna? Mark Hanna is my Snap-on guy. That is cool. There we are. GMC. Over here. GMC. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze through here. Here we go. This is pretty cool. What's that, like a 37 Chevy? Got a little ornament on there, that's cool. More vans, more vans, more vans. All over here, International. There's an International truck. There's some kind of a bull rig over there. On a Chevrolet setup. Oh, wow, that's a heck of a bed on that thing. Ooh, look at here. Ooh, that's not in bad shape. Even that grill, look at that grill. You know, I've got an aftermarket one for Ernie, my 69. That bumper's in really good shape too. Man, this whole rig's not in bad shape. I think it's had some work done at some time. I think there's some Bondo in there. I can tell right now, this isn't too terribly far from home. I'm making this stop here on my way back home from Chicago, but it's not a too awful long run. Oh, looky here. Remember back in the day when they had them toolboxes on the side for that, and they always rusted around them things really bad, just like this one. Yeah, wood bed. Yeah. Yeah, not a bad rig. Okay, keep going. I think I've only got about an hour to go around here because I think they said they closed at 2 o'clock. Vans, man, they got the vans everywhere. Oof. Vans, vans, vans. That's an old Oldsmobile. Vans, vans, vans. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get out of the vans and I'll bring you guys back when I find something that's not vans. Oh, look here, look at this van. Let's see what this say. Nars. Is that a J? An N? Narsma Bakery? The Dutch something treat? I think that Pella, which is right near this place, is kind of Dutch based. I know they have a big tulip festival every year. Okay. Alright, now let's see what we got over here. That's a Chevy. If you look right here, this will tell you kind of what year we're looking for. What kind of parts we're looking for. Oh, look at that. That old step van. Another old step van way back there. Okay, alright, let's see if we can. Ooh, look at here. You know, the step sides were kind of popular. I think that the step sides are nowhere near as popular in this generation. But at a point in time, everybody wanted the step sides. Now they're wanting the short beds. Okay. Alright, I'll bring you back a second. Well, looky there. It's about like my 67. I'm going to wander over here. I found something I need to take a look at. Here's what I came to look at. There's a dually, 3+3. That's 4-wheel drive. It says Chevy 1985 K34 drive, 454 motor, 4-speed, crew cab, NV205, runs and drives. I don't know about the 85 part. I mean, it's got a different front clip on it, but I think at least the doors, at least on the passenger side, look over there. That's a 70s door panel. And over here, it does have the newer gauges in it. It's got the warning lights. Yeah, I think this has been kind of hodgepodge of parts. And there, custom camper. 3/4 ton V8. It's got the right wheel cover. Oh, it doesn't have a. It's got the right wheel cover right there, but that one is not right. Does have the right horn button. Okay. Ooh, hang on. There's something we were looking for. Let's go over here. Oh boy, here we go. That's got the chrome grille. Now I do have a chrome grille. Oh, looky there. Looky there. All right, hang on. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's look and see what's under here. Oh, it's in there. Okay, it is in there. Oh, you guys are looking up at the sky. Hang on. It is in there, so let me bring you in here. There it is. Oh! This thing got a tack in it? A sun tack? See that control box right there? That is a control box for an old-fashioned sun tack. Sun, tachometer, transmitter. Oh, and it's also got power steering pump. Oh, yes. Oh boy. Oh boy. We may hit the jackpot. Okay. Let's see. I'd like to see about this trim. I don't think you can get this trim aftermarket. And look at that. See that custom? I don't think you can get that aftermarket either. Alright, let's look inside here. Oh, this thing had air conditioning at one time. If the tack is there, I can't see it. But this thing has got it underneath the dash air conditioner. This has got the parts we're looking for right here. And you know, the trim ain't bad. Trim's not bad. I would like to have that. Whoop, get you in here. Oh, some of it's rusty though. But you know what? All the trim's there. Really, all I want is the front trim. Alright, I think this door will open. There's more at the bed. Let's see if this door will open. Oh. Alright, hang on. Okay, he told me that the owner is on a skid loader out here, so I'm going to try to find him. We're going to keep wandering. We're going to keep wandering and I'll find him on a skid loader. Oh, looky here. This thing forward, right? Sure is. Okay. Oh man. Look at some of this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back because I'd like to have that whole engine out of that truck back there. Old iron, that's what we're into. Looky here, look at this old school bus. This is pretty cool. Looks like they've been using it for storage. Oh, look at there. 4-door Impala. Okay, I'm gonna shut you off for a minute. Okay, let's take a wander down through here. Look here. I got a couple of them hanging on the shelf in the shop. International. And he's got some goods. I hear a loader way over there. I think he may be over that way. I'm trying to make my way that way. I may see about some of them cab lights. In the video that Crossroad Garage did here, the one GMC that I noticed in it, I thought was along this main road. But man, that one that was back there, it's got all the goodies that we're wanting. And yes, I'm going to doll up old Jimmy Hoffa a little bit. Jimmy's a good old boy, he deserves it. There's another custom camper. Oh, look, way down there on the end, there's an old Suburban. You don't see a lot of them anymore. Alright, looks like this is kind of getting into some newer stuff. But we'll make our way down through here. I see another road that goes down here. Vans, vans, and vans, and vans. There's another van. Vans everywhere. Okay. I think there's another road that takes off that way. It looks like some older stuff up there on the hill. If I can find a road to get over there. See what this is like down here on the hill. Okay, I see some stuff we gotta look at. I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, you see this Viking right here? I don't really need anything off of it, but I'd like to look. Other than these mirrors, I like that mirror setup. See, they're fully adjustable where you can adjust them here, 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 and here. And if you need to, you can shorten these tubes up and even bring them in further. Yeah, I'm going to see about that. Okay, we're going to make our way up that way. There's a lot of trucks up there in our right area. And the one that we're looking for that I've seen on Cross-Threaded Garage, I think might be up that hill because that's kind of looking familiar. But let's look through here because there's a lot of stuff in our right area right here. Alright, I'll bring you back when I get on top of this stuff. Okay, here we are. Man, there's stuff all over. Not sure where to start. I think I'm going to start right here with this heavy truck right here. Because I see that at one time they had the V6 badge. Let's see if the engine's in it. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Somebody's put like square body mirrors on it. Looks goofy. Okay, I'm gonna try to open this hood. Oh, hang on, let's look inside here. Okay, so before we look inside, if you look at the side of this door, that's a 64, 5, or 6, because the door comes all the way out here. The 60 to 63, which they call the knee knockers, the cab comes back here like this, and the windshield wraps around, and the window kind of comes right here, and they have a smaller window. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can open that hood. There we go. I don't know which one it is, but it is one of our V6s. Ooh, I like that water pump. That's a little bigger water pump. I wonder if that did a 305. I'm not sure what this one is. But even if that housing would fit on a 305. Ooh, yes. Okay. Alright, we're going to keep wondering because I got to talk to this guy about some of this stuff. Look, all over. Lots of them. Lots and lots and lots of them. Wait a minute, what do we got here? There's another V6. Oh, I'm sure that's a 305. Oh, that came from Trenton, Missouri. But yeah, that's a 305. I'm sure. Could be a 351 in there. Alright, let's see if we can find the one that I seen on the internet. I think it's on up the hill here, but we're going to keep wondering, looking at this stuff. What's that? That's a Chevy. That's a Chevy. I go through there. Chevy. Yep, there's one. Here's a GMC right here. And that's a 64, 5 or 6. There's another V6. I'll look over here. There's a GMC. I think it's just a cab. Sure is. That's just a cab. This is 64, 5 or 6. See this right here? How this comes like this, and the windshield doesn't wrap around. When I find another one, when I find a 60 to 63, I'll show you the difference. Okay, here's a GMC right here, and this is the 60 to 63. I'm going to guess this one to be a 63. If you go over here by the door, see this section of the door right here, see how much longer it is, see how much shorter the window is, see how the windshield wraps around. So my Jimmy Hoffa is a 63, and it's like this. The windshield comes around like this, and then this is shorter. One of the problems I got with Jimmy Hoffa is I put regulators in the door for 64, 5, and 6, and that's why the windows won't go all the way up and they won't go all the way down. I got to get the right regulators and get that changed down. But other than the engine, I don't know. We need. Oh, somebody took the custom. Oh, it does have the trim. This one does have trim. Yeah, it doesn't have all the trim, but it's got some of the trim. Yes, I know what you guys are saying. It's Hoffa, but Hoffa deserves a little bit of bling. He needs a little bit of bling. We're going to give him some. He's going to get a little bit of fix-up. Okay, I'm going to shut you guys off for a second. I'm going to get back up in a row. I still haven't found that one truck I seen online. I think it's up there by that, if you can see that RV up there. I think it's up in there if I remember from looking at the pictures. Oh, I think I may have spotted it. Right on the other side of that Dodge. Okay, we're going to look at it. We're going to go up through there first, then work our way down. All right, give me just a second. Oh, I had to turn it back on for a minute. Looky here. Oh, somebody's put, well, look at this. Somebody may have put a GMC hood on this rig. It's got a Chevy grill. If you see the badge right there, that is a V6 badge. Let's look inside. It is, well, if that is the glove box, it's a Chevy. See the instrument panel? That's a Chevy instrument panel. And the glove box over there is different. When I find another GMC, I'll show you the difference in that glove box. Okay, I don't know if I can. Oh, look there, I got it open. Okay, so this is a GMC, and it is a 64 5 and 6. Look at the glove box. See how it's just flat and it's a little smaller? And see the instrument panel? It's just got 3 spots for gauges. Yeah, this one is a GMC. Let's see if it's got anything under the hood. It's got, oh, it's got the trim. Oh, it doesn't have all of it. It's got some of it. It's got some of the trim right there. That badge, I do want some of those for Hoffa. Let's see if we can find some of them. I mean, we got some, or we found them. Just have to see what he wants for them. There is no engine in there. But that's the difference in the cabs of the GMCs. You can see that that flat glove box door. Okay, let's wander up the hill. Yeah, here is our area. These are the, I mean, I like the 67 to 72s are my favorite. But once I got Hoffa, I kind of fell in love with that generation. But I like all the old stuff. Okay, now this one, I'm sure that this is a Chevrolet, but this is, I think that is a 60 to 62. It has the wraparound windshield, but if you look, it has the double hump. See the double hump on it? I don't think the or the GMCs had that. Let me look inside here. I think this is going to be a Chevrolet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Chevrolet. We've got another GMC over here. That's a 64 5 or 6. Oh, we got another GMC right here. Oh, and it's got a V6 badge right up here in the front. Okay, so that tells me right here. Look right there. So this is a GMC, and that has a double hump in it. So that's got to be 60 to 62. In 63, they did not have the double hump. They just had the hump over here on the driver's side. And this one's got a chrome grille in it. Let's look inside the cab here. We can't really see a lot. Looks like it's probably a 3 on a tree. I don't know. Is this a Chevy cab? I think this is a Chevy cab, because see that right there? I'm almost certain those did not come on the Chevy cabs. They just came with that little thing that says custom right here on the GMCs. I'm pretty sure this is a Chevy cab. And they got the V6 badge right there. I think this is a little hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. Let's see if we can get this thing open. Let me see where I can put you all. Okay. It's got a V6 badge right there. This is a GMC hood. You can tell the difference then. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. The hood's been all wired down. The latch has been taken off of it. We're gonna leave that alone. But we'll keep a note that that's here, because that may be what's in there. But this thing is a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. I'm pretty certain that's a Chevy cab. Because that the instrument cluster, for one thing, it is not right at all for a GMC. Okay, we're continuing on. Okay, now let's look here. This would be a Suburban. It's got a V6 badge on it. Let's look in the cab. It's got a Chevrolet dash on it. Okay, look right here. I didn't notice this. That's a 70, well, I think it might be a 77, but that was my first car. It was a 77 Pontiac Grand Prix. But what I came over here for was this. There's another GMC I wanted to show you over here. Look inside the cab there. See how it's got the 3-pod gauge system and the glove box door. Yeah, see, that's GMC. Oh, I just heard something running. It's down the hill. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find this guy. Are you there? Pretty sure that's our 305. I need to talk to him about a set of valve covers. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Okay, we're gonna wander some more because I gotta find this guy. I'm pretty sure he told me that they're closing at 2 o'clock, and it's about 1:30 right now. I don't know how much more filming I'm gonna be able to do. I did stop and buy me a cheap tool set. So I can pull some stuff if I need to. I'm hoping maybe they'd let me stay here a little longer. Alright, I'm gonna work my way right up here and I'll bring you back. That's kind of an interesting rig. This is a Jeep. I'm not sure what they called these, because I'm definitely not a Jeep guy. But I'm pretty sure this is the rig that we were looking for. No, maybe not. I don't see the V6 badges on the front. Okay. Wah, 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 wah. That's a Chevy. Looks like it had some kind of snowplow at one time. Atlas, tires, and batteries. Okay, alright, let's keep going. Check that out, it's pretty cool. Hawkeye Lumber Company, Osceola, Iowa. This is a GMC. I was hoping it had a V6 in it, but it does not. But we do need some parts for one of those, kind of like this. Yeah, my phone's ringing. Okay, we found Jeep territory here. We got Jeeps everywhere. Jeeps, 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 all over the place. Jeeps, trucks, Cherokees, Jeeps, Jeeps, and half Jeeps, half trucks. We've got them everywhere. Jeeps, 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 all over the place. All right, let's wander our way over there. We still see if we can find this one GMC we're looking for. All right, here's another candidate for some parts. This is just about like a cleat of snow. It's got a set of wheel simulators in front in the cab right there, and it's also got buckets, and it's got the low buckets, not the high buckets like what's in a Suburban. So we may be looking at this too, and it's got the wheel simulators all the way around. And let's see, they are 16s. Okay, it's got the load covers on this side. It does not. Oh, but the mirrors too. See those mirrors? Yeah, I've got to find this guy. Okay, we're heading up the hill. Look at the old school buses. That's international. There's several of them through here. Old school buses. Ooh, we may be locked in here. Now let's go around. Let's go around this way. School buses, school buses, school buses. Oh, genius, look at the pile of wheels. Okay, let's see if we can get around. All right, we've made a deal on some goodies. Just a little bit of stuff. I'm gonna go start pulling some of it. All right, we're gonna head down in there. I'm not going very far down in there because it's kind of muddy. Okay, we're gonna start right here. We're going to start with this 1 ton here. So I'm going to get the wheel simulators off of the wheels, which are just chrome covers, which I need for Snowman. We're going to take the mirrors off of this and the seats, and then we're going to head down the hill. But we made a deal, and I want to make a shout out to Doug. Heck of a nice guy. I'm going to be up here again. We exchanged numbers, we talked a lot and visited. He's a good dude, really good dude. If you guys are needing parts, come up to Pella, Iowa. He's right outside of Pella, Iowa. It's called Doug's Four Wheelers, but it's not the name. I mean, he's got stuff everywhere. He's got all kinds of stuff. But give him a call, make a deal, come up here. Heck of a nice guy. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy. Really cool dude. So I'm going to get my GoPro out and I'm going to film a little bit and let you guys watch me take the mirrors, seats, and the rest of the wheel simulators off of this thing. And then we've got some other parts down the hill that we're going to get. But I'll show you those in a minute. Now we're taking off down the hill to get something else off of one of these old 60s trucks. One of the guys here came and helped me pull the inner bolts out of those seats because they were through bolts with the nuts on the back and I couldn't reach them and turn them at the same time. So they came out and helped me. I got those done. All I got to do is pick them up and put them in the truck. But now I'm heading down the hill. I'll get you guys some film. We're going to head down there and got something to get out of one of these 60s trucks. Okay, like I said, we're heading down the hill. We're gonna get something out of one of these 60s trucks. I didn't want to drive down this far. Ooh. I may see about them. Are them? Them are probably plastic. Yeah, them are plastic. But them are kind of cool, but they're white. Yeah, this one's a Chevy. Yeah, but this isn't what we're after. So I am going to be coming back. I'm not sure when. It may even be just within a few days, because him and I were making some deals on some trimming stuff for some of this 60 stuff. Look at there. There's another one with a V6. And I'm going to have to bring some stuff so I can look at some of these and see if there's any of these that have plaid valve covers. Here we are, Van City again. You know, some of them express vans came with 6 liters. There's another 3+3 over there. Boy, that was rough. Alright, here we are. See this little Viking here? I showed it to you earlier. I made a deal with him and got these bought. I really wanted these mirrors because look how straight they are. Look how straight they are. I mean, they're in good shape. And we're going to work on getting them off. And also, I like the fact that they're adjustable. Now, I'm going to clean these up and do all that. So, let me see if I can get you somewhere. And I'll start working on this. Alright. I've got you all situated over here on this old Chester van. Yes, there is. There's a Chester van right there. So we're going to take this whole mirror assembly off of here. One bolt. One stinking bolt on this side. I'm gonna have to go back up the hill. This is because I didn't bring a wrench. Let me see if I got a way I can adapt this down. Okay, I can do that there. So I have an adapter to go from ½ inch to 3/8. Not seeing no such animal. Okay, wait a minute. Well, that would still get me down to 1/4 inch. So I need an adapter from ½ inch to 3/8. This cheapy set that I got at the truck stop does not have that. I've got one to go from 3/8 to 1/4. So if I had, I ain't gonna cut it. Well, we'll leave you all here. You guys stay here. Keep an eye on this thing. I gotta go back up the hill to get a wrench for one stinking bolt. Alright, can you guys keep an eye on it? Make sure nothing goes nowhere. I shall return. Alright, I'm back. Did y'all keep an eye on everything? Everything's still here? I hope. All that for that. One cheap truck stop crescent wrench. That probably ain't gonna hold it anyway. Come on. There it goes. Come on, you ratchet. Oh, you gotta get it. I almost forgot about something important. I gotta get my phone out. I'll explain this to you in a little bit because I got another picture of this for up there. Picture. Turn the camera around. Here. Alright, so we had to use some sophisticated equipment there for a minute. It was getting kind of hairy. Alright, to shut this door, the one thing that they asked, shut all doors back and shut all the hoods back down. So let me go on the other side. You guys don't need to see that unless something goes terribly wrong. So let's get on the other side. Okay, so what we have here is a sophisticated piece of equipment. This is a finger measure. As you can see, I'm using my finger to get an idea of where those are mounted on that door panel. But we made it through. We used this sophisticated piece of equipment. All right, let's get back up the hill. I don't think I've got enough hands to film and carry all this, so I'm going to choose to just carry all this and not film getting up the hill. All right, I'll see you up on top of the hill. I got back up here to the truck, and a cat come jumping out of the back of the truck. I think it's probably because it smelt. I've got that grill back there. But I scared it and it scared me. So here's one of our finds, which I'm very glad to get these. It's got a little bitty ding on it right there, but not bad. These are wheel simulators for a dually, and they're 16-inch. I've been looking for some of these for the snowman, and they're complete. So that's our first find. Okay, then down here there was our mirrors, and then I'm going to attach you guys somewhere, and I'm going to get something else out of this dually right here. That'll finish this up and we can get out of here and get heading home. All right, let me get you tied up here so you can see what's going on now. Let's finish loading up. I gotta figure out how to get these seats on here. Oh, that was the other thing I got the mirrors off of this thing too, but you guys see me take those mirrors off. Yeah, I forgot I got the mirrors off of this too. Oh, phone's ringing. Okay, let me get finished loading up. Okay, we're all loaded up, heading home. We got the seats, 2 sets of mirrors, and the wheel simulators. So once again, if you guys are in my area, this is near Pella, Iowa, and it is Doug's Four-Wheelers is what it's called. And don't let the name fool you. It's not just four-wheel drive stuff. He's got everything, and he's a super nice guy. So I'm going to close this video here. I'm out of wind. I need to hit the road. And remember, thanks for watching. Flat tires and baling wires. And please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. I got a lot of stuff coming up.